day 30. It's one more day to Halloween. Today's prompt was Sage, so I decided to do Sarah or Sarai. I've heard people say it both ways. From Ocarina of Time. She's the Kikri, I think they're called. I don't remember. There's so many names of different people, and I don't feel good. But yeah, I decided to do Sarai. I didn't know what to do with the background, so I was like, just throw randomness. So I did well, you'll see what I did once you watch it. So I just found a generic image of her simply standing. I changed her arm position a little bit just to change it up. But tried to go with a similar shading, but slightly different shading. I kept it mostly identical to the picture, but changed a few little tiny, where things said. I changed it a little bit, so it's not perfect, but it's on purpose. But I tried really hard to sort of match the shading. In some spots I did it better than others, but the shadows on her legs and stuff had a really dark green tint to it, and I tried to do it, and it sort of worked, but not as well as I would have liked, mainly because I was too scared to try to push it too far and end up ruining it all. It looks better on camera than it looks on person, but it still looks pretty good in person too. But yeah, I had fun with it, and I tried coloring a little bit different on this one just for something new. And I like how it turned out. I noticed though that the last few pictures all had a lot of green in them. It was not done on purpose, it just sort of happened. So I did try to pull in a slightly different color just for the background, which is sort of bland and plain, but I didn't want to put a forest in the background to have more green, and there's so much green in all these pictures that I've done the last few times. But yeah, I tried to have the little stump that you find around that she sits on at one point, and I looked up her song, and then put the notes behind her for the song as best I could, and yeah, I'm really happy with the result, and I hope you like it too. So, just about at the end of this one, my markers were dying. I was very sad. Have to get replacement ink or something. But yeah, there's only one more day to go, and on that day will be a pumpkin. I plan to attempt to do a fancy carving. I don't know how well it'll go, but I plan to do one. But yes, so here's this. I'm quite happy with how it came out. And I think over the course of the month I've gotten pretty good with these markers, and I'm sure if I used paper that they were actually meant for, it would look a lot better. But I've definitely enjoyed the month so far using the markers, and I hope you enjoyed this and any of the Linktobers that you've watched, and you'll stick around for the very last day. And until the next video, bye!